Well, contrary to popular belief that there's no way of actually getting here, I couldn't find the instructions how to get here anywhere on the internet. It's not written on the site information, on the Israeli National Park information, or anything like that. In fact, everything just says the same thing. You only come here by car. That's a car. However, we were fortunate enough to get a lift here by somebody who who met at the station, and we've now discovered there's a bus. So we're now going to try and take the bus, which is coming in 3 minutes apparently. Now in Israel it's got a very interesting system of organising its bus transport. It doesn't bother with timetables, so you can't tell if there's going to be any buses or not. To make the situation even more interesting, no buses run on a Saturday, so if you're trying to get the bus on a Friday afternoon, you're probably out of luck as well. That looks like a bus stop. So it's today's Sunday, which is a normal working day, so we hope there's going to be a bus. Or not, as the case may be. Now this is the bus station at Hadera in central Israel. Now it's very easy to take the bus in Israel. What you do is you stand by the side of the road and you stick your hand out and hope that a car will stop you for wherever you might want to go. Oh, this is amazing. My bus has actually arrived on time. Can't believe it. It's probably a mistake here. It's probably going the wrong way. So we've managed to get on the bus now. Now the first thing you might wonder about getting on the bus in Israel, if you can read Hebrew letters, is that all the buses seem to be going to a place called Egged. Now the reason they're going to this place is because that's the name of the bus company. And if you can't read Hebrew letters, it doesn't make any difference because they don't seem to put the place where they're going to up anyway. So what we now learned is that we don't know where the bus is going. It doesn't make any difference because we don't know what time they're coming anyway. Now this journey we took on the outward way. We got on the train, and after having been given a lift to the train stop, and we were very fortunate to meet someone who was kind enough to take us to where we wanted to go on when we got off. So, but anyway, on the way back, so that we first place we stopped at was well, I understood that there was going to be a bus in 3 minutes and then another one at 20 minutes. Well, that wasn't the case. Then I understood that what he really meant to say was the bus is going to be at 3:20, and that turned out also not to be the case. So then I came to the conclusion that the fact the bus was turning up on the 20th of March, which may well have been the case, so we hitchhiked. They left us on the main road. We got a bus immediately, which turned out to be the wrong bus because we couldn't understand where it was going. But fortunately the bus driver was very nice and he told us to get onto this one, and this one came immediately, almost. So that makes up for some of the long waits we've had so far, such as a couple of hours on a Friday afternoon, for example, and then gave up. I've got to say this, for a country which is so directed towards tourism as is Israel, the public transport here is an utter disaster. There are two dual carriageways running up and down the narrow coastal belt together with one paid motorway. The paid motorway is the number 6, the two dual carriageways are the number 2 and the number 4. And we're on one of them now. I know what this is. This is the road on the right, is the road to Netanya. And on the left is the road to Tulkarm, which is in the West Bank. And on the right we have a prison. So this looks like it's my stop coming up. This is Draw Junction, and for me we can I think we'll walk home to Evan Yehuda on the right, and Telmont, where we're going, is on the left at the junction. And from there we'll have given up on the bus now. I think from now we can walk. And if we walk, it'll take us 40 minutes. If we wait for the bus, it could take who knows how long. Well, we were fortunate to have the pleasure of having a gentleman come on the bus who sat just behind us, who hadn't. Well, he was an Orthodox person. Today's Sunday. He should have had a bath 2 days ago, but I think he gave it a miss. I think he'd given it a miss for some time, to be quite honest. And there's another problem you get here in the summer. This is January. I dread to think what it's like going through the Orthodox areas in August on a Thursday. Anyway. And it's cold. Coming up here to the bus stop, and the 44 does go past our place, but we're not bothering with it because it's, look at that, next one's 1850. I don't know if that's the year it's referring to or what. So it's far quicker to walk. What a disaster. Now, Egged is the second largest bus company in the world. It's only behind London Transport, and Egged is looking to expand to other countries such as Bulgaria. No doubt they'll be bringing some of its technology to Bulgaria, such as internet site that doesn't work, no services on a Friday afternoon and a Saturday when you want to go somewhere, no timetables. Mind you, the prices are quite cheap, so you can't complain about that, although I'm complaining everything else. Oh well, not too bad. There's only another 5 kilometers to go. So my advice to anybody coming to Israel is you can rent a car for about 30 euros a day, probably get a discount on a weekly rental to do that. It'll be a lot easier. So if you've been taking the bus and you can't be bothered to wait another 4 hours, you've got a nice pavement here to walk along. Alternatively, you can walk through the sand, the slime, the mud, the puddles. So you've got a choice, which is nice. There's a grapefruit. Slippery roads, as is in fact the pavement. In fact, they haven't built the pavement yet. Правда. So here's the turn-off for Zoran and Kadima. Unfortunately, we're still going straight ahead over this highly developed path. Flawed. Well, good news on the turning point. There's our turn off. I mean, not where I want to go, but it's better than walking through that. As it rained yesterday and the day before, walking through the sand, it's a bit sludgy. Well, we're off the main road anyway, so we're now onto the normal road. So effectively, I think that's it. Even if I've got another couple of kilometres to walk, it's not so unpleasant. For the record, I would like to have it known that there are people thinking about putting up some timetables in Israel. Here, this bus stop here has got the place actually set up. It hasn't got a timetable in it, but at least they're thinking in the right direction.